So I copyrighted this because it is not only at the core of what I'm building, but it is also the symbol that I want people to use when they have these conversations. When somebody buys my shirt or you see somebody wearing this symbol, you'll understand the beliefs that they have. You know, my mom was like, yo, I can't get people to buy your shirts because they're like, you know, $30 a pop. And I'm like, Mom, you're selling them on the shirt, you know? You sell them on the idea.
Yeah.
It is the idea, it's what I'm building, not the shirts. I'm not, all right, first of all, I don't sell shirts. I sell something that you can love. I sell something that you can appreciate. I sell something that you can look into the mirror and say, I supported a cause that is making the world a better place in a concrete, definite way. And so, with that being said, this symbol, when you see anybody wearing this symbol, when you wear this symbol outside in the real world, when people see you, I want them to know that you represent a group of individuals, a group of brands, a group of companies that are making the world a better place from the content they create, right? So that was, bringing it back full circle to where Polyocracy was started as. We wanted to build a system that would be able to replace organizations, right?
Makes sense.
And so, if when you go to my channel or at any point, you can see the progression through that, because even when I started, I share all these ideas. I put them out there because if I ever die, if I ever get shot on the street, I don't want these ideas to die with me. I want people to be able to build upon what I've been building. And so for me, it's important that as you see in my YouTube channel, I keep progressing with it. I started with the social contracts. I started with like changing society, and now this is actually a new version that I haven't even I was going to make a video today. Did I tell you that? I was going to make a video today about this. And I was like, damn, I gotta go kick it to Orlando and we can talk about this and we can build upon it. So the new version of Polyocracy is split into two. Not in a not in a opposite kind of way, but it's two parts that interact with each other, right? Okay. So Polyocracy is going to be it's going to be a hub. It's going to be a part in the internet, a part in society, in which individuals who share the same vibes as you and I, who share the same feelings as you probably watching right now are feeling, who want to make the world a better place, not in a negative way, but who genuinely want to build a future where their kids, their grandkids don't suffer. The one thing that I always kind of said in my previous videos, suffering is the result of living conditions, right? So when you have low living conditions, such as in developing countries, you have increased suffering, right? So we always look at developing countries and they have a lot of suffering over there, like corruption, death, crimes, that kind of suffering, like they don't have food or water. That's based on living conditions. The things that shape living conditions are social and environmental forces. Environmental forces such as like weather, climate, those kind of things we can't control. But social forces, which are predominantly the things that shape living conditions, are the things we can control. So Polyocracy eventually becomes a hub in which people like you, the people watching this can come and become a social force that manipulates living conditions to decrease suffering. I have a whole animation for that in my YouTube channel where I'm like, hey, we decrease suffering by improving life conditions. How do we improve life conditions? Well, we use social forces, culture, music, art, painting, any kind of art you can think about. It forms culture. From that culture, you impact society.
So it's a web page with a lot of information, because I think one of the ways to help people grow is education. And if they're not going to a prominent school, then it kind of affects the way that they grow up. If the schools are just passing them to get them through grades, with this program, is what you're saying, is that they can go onto your website and get a lot of the information that they need to grow into a better human being.
Yeah, definitely. I think to even add on to that, it's that rather than the information, I want them to meet the people. Back in the day when people used to build things, you used to go to a master, and the master, you would become the apprentice to the master. And the master would teach you what he knows about how to build a chair, build a table, sculpt, like philosophy and Socrates. They, those masters and apprentices, and that's kind of what I'm thinking about. Now, what I'm thinking about is that when you don't have the necessary education, you don't have the ability to meet the kind of knowledge that you want to seek, for you to be the best version of yourself, I want you to be able to come to this platform, to this place on the internet, to this place in the world, to be able to meet the people who can mentor you in a way towards those things, right? And it's not just a business mentor, it's not just like technology mentoring, it's a mentoring about how to help each other become the best versions of ourselves. So in my videos right now, the latest video, it's about building a personal assistant for society, right? Because I want to build a Siri or Alexa or Google Assistant to enable individuals to become the best versions of themselves by being able to learn from the data and the things that they have out there of themselves. I want them to protect it, I want them to manage it, I want them to learn from it, and I want them to be able to earn from it. And this is an app that I'm building that will enable you to do those things, right? And that's important because I'm empowering you not only to make yourself the best version of you, but I'm also building one for organizations. So that's the tech part. We'll get into that later. If you want to know more about the tech part, just go to my YouTube channel. But for now, it's more about...
check it out right below in the description.
Somewhere in there.
Yep. And this will also be dropping on his channel as well.
Yeah,
so
actually,
not just my channel eventually. It'll drop on his channel first.
True.
And then they'll drop on my channel. So like make sure you guys...
It'll be like a different flavor. It's like the... we like different flavors, you know?
Yeah. You know how it is.
I guess I'm like a blackberry flavor, you like a strawberry.
but yeah, a lot of the stuff he's explaining, I honestly... I've been checking out Polyocracy or Polycap for a long time now. Well, not a long time, but... for, like he said, 2 years. So 2 years I've been following all of his work, and I know a lot about what he's doing, and what he's doing is a great thing to help the community. But what I will say is a lot of people get a lot of, pushback for doing such a thing. You know what I mean? Not a lot of people, even though we should, supports something that is as powerful as what's going on here. You know what I mean? Which they should. Again, they should. I'm saying people in our community. I'm not people in our community.
And let's say Minnesotans. Because I'm in Minnesota and I have gone to like Colorado or like San Diego, and I've met some people who are like, not only does this resonate with them, they're like, don't fuck with that. But here's how you're gonna make it better to be able to like pinpoint exactly how to get where you need to get. In Minnesota, the thing is about Minnesota Nice is that they love what you're doing. They're not willing to back it up with money. They're not willing to back it up with like being able to help you move like to the next step. Like as much as I want you to be able to buy my merch, I want you to be able to support me financially, I want you to be able to go to your friends and be like, bro, I met this dude on the internet. He was with Orlando and they were just talking. Random ass dude, I don't even know the nigga. But the ideas he said made me feel a certain type of way. I want you to not think about how your friends will perceive you when they think of like this Black Tony Stark. I want them to perceive the things that you guys can work together towards accomplishing better versions of yourselves. I want to empower you, And people in Minnesota, in a sense, I'll speak about my friends, which is interesting. Y'all have always seen me working towards this. When I started this whole journey, I wanted to unite Africa. I wanted to terraform the desert. I know some of y'all know this. And so when I went to y'all and I was like, hey, let's terraform the desert using 3D printers. Let's, put solar panels and distill water using the heat of the desert. Not only did I sound crazy to most of you people, but I also, like you guys were like, yo, that's dope. That's just a phase. He's going to grow up. He's going to go to college. He's going to be an engineer. And he's going to get a normal job. And I was like, yeah, I tried the college thing, but then, it didn't end up working out. So here we are.